Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Naveen.
Naveen.
Audible. Somebody said hello.
Yeah. Have you started the session?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, it's just started, not yet end up. Just I'm giving up whatever refresher things we have completed last thing.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Till now, I am unable to hear you.
Yeah. Just mute
Yeah.
yourself. If at all any questions, you can. And one more thing, till 4:15 or 4:30, we will have a session. If you have any questions, meanwhile, just park it and you can go ahead at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 4:15 or 4:30. Is it fine for everyone?
Yes, Naveen.
Thank you. And so we discussed again, we will come back with this, what are the versions and all. Okay, and we discussed last session why SAP, why we need to, why clients are using, why companies are using SAP in their organization. Clear? And today we will discuss, actually we have started with the projects also, but meanwhile what I'll do is I'll go with functional modules. There are actually, write down SAP modules are broadly classified. Modules are broadly classified into 3 types. All SAP modules are broadly classified into 3 types. What are they? First one, functional modules. Second one, technical modules. Third one, web-based modules. Clear? In SAP, whatever modules are there, they are classified into 3 different segments. One is functional module segment, technical module segment, and web-based module segment. Clear? So here, first of all, when it comes to a functional module, functional modules. Clear? So there are total 36 functional modules are there. Total 36 different functional modules are there in SAP. So here functional module, what do you mean by functional module? Functions of an organization. What do you mean by functions of our organizations? Functions are nothing but departmental wise. Clear? So in an organization, if you take a small or to big organization, maximum it will have 15 or max to max 20 departments. It could be anything. Clear? But SAP supports total 36 different modules. Means it will support 36 different departments. Module in the sense, nothing but here we call it as an already I told A, SAP, in SAP, A stands for applications. Application is nothing but a module. Module is nothing but supporting a department business process. Clear? So it will support total 36 different functional modules SAP provides. Clear? We will see few what exactly it does functions. Okay, and how it going to work. Okay, so here before we will start, you know that everyone, what is our course? What is our course?
SAP FICO.
SAP FICO.
Yes.
With, or you can say that
S4 HANA.
FICO, yes.
S4.
We are going to cover on ECC, and on S4.
S4.
On HANA. It's nothing but S4 HANA. Clear? As I said that again, I'm reiterating for everybody's benefit. We are not going to do only one particular thing, that is ECC. We are going to work on ECC plus on HANA version. Both the things we are going to do. complete end to end. So that, and our complete thing is finance and controlling module. Finance and controlling module. So before entering into the core content of FI module, our CO module, right? We are going to, again, I'm reiterating, we are going to cover 15% of your academics, right? Probably, as again, I'm reiterating, probably you may forgot your accounting part or financial accounting part or cost accounting part, management accounting part. Clear? So handling FI part is not that difficult. Handling FI part is not that difficult, because if you know the basic journal entries and what is balance sheet, what is profit and loss account, what is trading account, if people knows, then that is enough. When it comes to CO, again, people think that controlling module, again, in real time also, CO consultants, we have a scarcity of CO consultants in the market. Why? Because CO, what is, why it's a scarcity in the sense, because people have a finance accounting knowledge, financial accounting knowledge, because we'll study in intermediate level plus our academic degree level. But when it comes to cost and management accounting, CO module is nothing but completely your cost and management accounting. Clear? At least we have a 10 to 15% knowledge on cost and management accounting, right? Cost and management accounting, then 100% we can crack this CO module. So that is the reason. The main motive of this particular training is you will be, however, if you learn somewhere, not only here, if you learn somewhere, then you will get a FI module without any problem. Again, I'm reiterating, but people will have a problem in controlling module. So here we will focus more. We will focus more in the sense we will parallelly focus on both the things. But the main agenda for this particular course is, by end of this particular course, you should be perfect in complete controlling module, end to end CO module, along with your academics of cost accounting and management accounting. Both the things, not only one side. We will cover in this particular course the complete CO module, controlling module, right? On what basis you can cover this controlling module? In the sense, by learning the academics of cost and management accounting on the top of. Clear? If somebody is saying you that without knowledge of cost and management, you can do controlling, in the sense, that is the reason we have outside, we have a scarcity of controlling CO consultants. But people think that it's a challenging one, controlling. But at the end of the course, not only at the end of the course, once we start with the CO part, once we have done with the 15 days of CO part, you will say that it is more simple than your FI module. More simple than your FI module. Only the fingertips I'll teach you, I'll explain you regarding cost and management accounting. With that particular fingertips, you can do the complete cost accounting and management accounting with your academic papers, and as well as you can crack the controlling module also. Clear? So our main focus is on this particular thing. And the last two sessions also, I said the same thing, right? And before I'll go to, as I said, that there is one module called FI module and CO module, right? We have n number of modules. Okay, FI module, CO module, I'll abbreviate again, module, QM module, PM module, PP module, SD module, PS module. I'll explain all the modules, okay, don't worry. HR module, LE module, and CS. These are the few examples I'm taking. We have few more modules are also there, right? These are FI, CO, MM, QM, PM, PP, SD, PS, HR, LE, and CS. So our main module, as I said, that we are going to do these modules FI and CO, plus along with that, we are going to work on MM module, because FI, MM integration. So that is the reason we are going to cover MM also. Apart from your academics, we are going to cover MM module plus SD module, FI SD integration we are going to do. Clear? So SD module also we are going to learn, and PP module, production and planning module. This is closely integrated with CO module. So that is the reason we are going to cover the production and planning module also. So not only FICO module with ECC and S4, we are going to learn the other logistics module also, that is MM, clear, SD and PP modules along with this. Clear everyone? So this is our agenda complete, whatever course, that is the reason our course is a little length, a little, we are going to spend little time. We are going to spend little time because we are going to cover the academic part plus in depth of nothing. We are going to cover most of the things, theoretical part from scratch. I won't directly start what is SAP and after that how to create a company, how to create a company code. No. First of all, we are going to do the down things, groundwork we are going to do, and how the things will be prepared in real time. That I'll show you what are the different documentations. Last session, I have shown you that what do you mean by project preparation phase? What are the documents we are going to prepare? So again, we are going to reiterate that. Clear everyone? Any questions?
Yes, Naveen.
So
Yeah, but
yes,
is it possible to complete the training within like 7 months like that?
that's what I'm restricted, max to max 7 or worst to worst 8 months it will go. But
Yeah.
again, I'm reiterating, once if you want to crack any sort of job or certification, so after 4.5 months or 5 months, you can start
Okay.
hunting. Clear? The FI, the core FI and the FI with integration of CO, we are going to do within 4.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here, before I'll start with these modules, right? I'll ask few accounting questions because FI is related. What is FI stands for? Financial?
Finance.
Financial accounting. Financial accounting module. Okay, I won't write. Financial accounting module. Clear? Okay. What do you mean by financial accounting? Last week also we discussed financial accounting. So before I go to what do you mean by accounting? What do you mean by accounting? What do you mean by accounting? Any idea?
classification, recording, posting.
Mm-hmm.
It's called as
What
accounting.
is last time also?
Like
What do you
summarizing
mean by
of data.
accountancy then? What do you mean by accountancy? What do you mean by accountancy?
Summarizing of data. Like
System that process the business transaction.
Then what is the difference between accounting and an accountancy? And I have another like account. Few people have last session have explained.
Account opening a T-shirt. Account is an account.
See, I don't now. I won't go. I'll just ask the question and I'll leave it to you. So I need a clarity on accounting and accountancy because we are doing the main object of this particular courses. We will do the major portion is an FI. That is nothing but financial accounting. Clear? So before I start this finance, why I need to maintain an accounting, financial accounting or something? Why we have to maintain? Why we? What is the purpose?
Arrive financial statements of profit and loss and balance sheet.
Okay.
mainly to know the position of the business.
Yes.
Exactly right. Main reason is to know the position of a business. So what are the financial statements we will prepare to know the to know the position of business?
P&L and balance sheet.
Perfect. Balance sheet. What does balance sheet contains?
It consists of assets and liabilities. Like what is the how much we have the debts, how much we have the assets. Something.
Why we name it as a balance sheet before I go to the finance? Why we call it as a balance sheet?
Because in accounting terms, there will be a condition like for every credit, there will be a subsequent debit. Sorry, for every debit, there will be a subsequent credit, and for every credit, there will be a subsequent debit.
Perfect. That is a double entry concept.
Double entry concept.
My question is why we are calling that as a balance sheet, that statement.
Because it shows the position as on date.
Yeah, we can call it as a positional statement, right? We will call that as a positional statement also,
I think the assets and liabilities should be equal.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, then you can call it as an equality statement or equality sheet. Then why we are calling it as a balance sheet? According to my English, balance is nothing but if one side is more and the other side is less, right? Vice versa, then the difference between both the sides is considered as a balance. If I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
yes.
Something, but here we never do any balance. Your liabilities are equal to assets are equal to liabilities, correct?
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, is it
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes. No.
Yes, now.
Yes, then why we call that statement as a balance sheet? Got my point?
Yes.
Why we call it as a balance sheet when we are not doing a balance? We are doing a totals, right? Liability side.
No. Actually, what my understanding it was like, there should be not more. If the liability, it's something like portion of the business.
Okay.
But the only thing is here, if the liabilities are more
Mhm.
and assets are less, obviously company will go into the loss.
But it
And if
will,
the assets are more,
will it happen? Will it happen anytime it get differences? 99%,
99% it not. If anything, it will.
right? In intermediate level, whatever balance sheet you prepared, what is your ultimate motive? At the end, it should be equal, correct?
Yes.
If it is not equal, at least you will ask someone and you will make it equal, correct? Then why you are calling this statement as a balance sheet when we are not doing any balances? See, when your reports are correct, what is your things? What does it indicates when your reports are correct? Once your balance sheet is equal, then it means that your complete accounting cycle is correct. Am I correct or not? We never do any balance. Liability side is more or asset side is less, or asset side is more and liability side is less. Then the difference we will write it as a suspense account. Why we will call it as a suspense account? I'll tell you that also.
Because we don't, because that amount which we not identified.
That's what that okay, I understood. But in accounting cycle, we can identify that. But here my question is why we call that statement as a balance sheet? Okay. Understood everyone, the question? What? Okay, and same time, what are the things I'll take in my balance sheet? One side assets and other side, sorry, one side
Liability.
liabilities and other side
Assets.
Assets.
assets. Perfect, no doubt. I know the meaning of liability. What we have to pay, correct?
Yes.
Asset, what we own is nothing but an asset.
Yes.
Not wrong, right? What we have to pay, what we are liable to pay, and what we own, correct, is nothing but an asset and liability. Okay. But why we are trying to make it equal in general scenario in real time? Okay. What we will see, we will try to see our assets should be more and our liabilities should be less. If liabilities are zero, then it's happy. But why in business concept, why we are trying to make it equal? Why we are trying to make it both are equal? Understood my question? So you people know, but still I just, because there is a reason behind this. That's the reason I'm going with these questions. If it is incorrect, we can ignore it. If it's incorrect, you can say that we can proceed to the topic, the module topic. Because we need to have, see, you are visiting a client place. right? So client is having a departmental accountant will have a good knowledge, departmental activity, he will know pretty well. But as a functional consultant, we are supposed to be 10% ahead to them. 10% ahead to them, because they'll try to twist us. The clients try to twist us. They'll check our knowledge. Not only our company will, at the time of interview, our company will check our knowledge, and same time our client will also check our knowledge. Clear? Yeah.
So it's something like performance.
Simple question. In real time, what you will see? You will see your asset should be more, or liability should be more, or both are equal, or what?
I always think asset should be, I should have some good assets than liabilities.
Right?
So
100% asset, 0% liability.
yes,
Then why
No,
you
no.
are trying to make here?
Liabilities.
Sorry.
because I had a point here, because when you are purchasing asset, for example, you are purchasing asset on a credit basis, obviously it will become a liability, right? You are having the asset, you are having the liability at the same time.
On what basis you are doing this? On what basis? On what basis we are doing this? Why we are making it equal?
To find out the owner's equity.
Sorry.
Owner's equity.
What do you mean?
To know the position.
That's what I'm asking. Position. Why we are making it both equal? I don't want to drag this because I don't want to kill. See, before, why we want our business balance sheet should equal and all those stuff in the sense. First of all, I'll go with accounting and accountancy, and meanwhile, balance sheet. The term balance sheet, why this is very important to know, why we call it as a balance sheet. You know, our accounting cycle, manual or anywhere, our accounting cycle starts with, as you said, classification, recording, and all those stuff. I'll go with simple journal, ledger, trial balance, year end, final accounts. Correct? So classification, recording, summarizing, all the stuff will be performed. The classification and all the stuff will be performed here. Posting will be done in ledger. After that, we will prepare a trial balance and final account. So here, journal is the first step, and final step is final accounts. Preparation of, as you said, positional statement or something else, trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. So here, whatever journals we are preparing, what do you mean by journal? What do you mean by journal?
Recording transactions.
Sorry?
Book.
Recording of transaction. But why we are calling it as a journal? I'll go. See. In English, whatever words we are using, most of the 70 to 80% borrowed from other languages, other international languages, not our regional languages. Most of the words are borrowed from. So here, journal is nothing but, which is, it's not an English word. Whatever journal we are using, that is not an English word. It's a French word. Clear? Which means, jour means a day. Clear? Jour means a day, right? So here, whatever transactions every day we will take. Transaction is nothing but happening of an event, happening of an event. Okay, that is nothing but purchasing, sale, receipt, okay, payment, whatever we do, that is called an event, right? And each event is considered as a transaction, and each transactions will be recorded on day-to-day basis. Okay, daily, whatever transactions are taken place, first that will be recorded in a book and day wise. So that's the reason that book is known as a day book or a journal. Whenever we are using the term called journal, then that is nothing but a French word. Day book is nothing but your English word. Clear? So French word, jour, a day. So here we will record the transactions in a chronological order. Chronological order. So date wise. Right? We will record all the transaction. Our, for example, our company is in India, and we are following our accounting of financial year or fiscal year in SAP terminology, April to March. April to March. So what we will do on daily basis, whatever transactions we open, okay, then manually if I take, then 2 accounting books will be opened. One is journal, another one is ledger, right? All the day-to-day transactions will be recorded in this particular book, So by looking at this particular book, we can't check how much cash we have, because all the transactions are clubbed in this particular journal. So by looking at this journal, we can't make out what are the total cash receipts, what are the total cash payment, and how much amount we need to pay to our creditors, how much amount we need to receive from our debtors, clear, or trade receivables. We can't come to a conclusion. Then to overcome that difficulty, what companies will do is companies will prepare a ledger. So any accounting software, any ERP, ledger plays a vital role, important role, clear? So they will prepare ledger. This is also same French word, ledger. Ledger is nothing but individual in English, clear? So here it will be prepared, whatever accounts are involved in the journal transactions, all those accounts will be prepared separately in the form of ledger, will be posted, transferred to ledger. Means individual accounts will be prepared. In the journal, cash account is occurred, then cash account will be prepared. Purchases account will be prepared. Sales account will be prepared. Rent account, debtors account, clear? All those stuff will be prepared in this particular ledger, clear? And all the ledgers, for example, journal entries are taken place daily basis, and immediately that will be posted to ledger, right? So when we are going to close our books of accounts for this one particular year, in the month of March. So before that only, March, in the sense they need to close the books on 31st March, for example, then they will start manual accounting. When manual accounting was there, then they used to start closing the books on 15th Feb or 20th Feb or 1st March, according to volume of transactions, clear? So ledger, whatever accounts are there, those accounts are broadly classified into whatever account. 1,000 accounts are there, 1 lakh accounts are there, okay? Those all 1 lakh accounts are either come under personal account, that you know very well, personal account, real account, or nominal accounts. Clear? So what is the rule? Personal accounts, real accounts, and nominal accounts. So here we need to close our ledger, then only we can prepare our trial balance. Closing of ledger, in the sense, what does it mean in the sense? So the rule of ledger is, I'm not asking personal, real, nominal account rule. The rule of ledger is, the personal and real accounts. This is very important. Real accounts are supposed to be balanced, and nominal accounts are supposed to be totaled. You know what do you mean by personal account and real account? Person, right? So we will go in future what this personal account, real account, types of persons, and all those stuff, clear? So personal account and real accounts are supposed to be balanced, and nominal accounts are supposed to be totaled. So nominal account is nothing but your income, expenses, losses, and profits, right? For example, you are taken a building for a rent, right? So every month you are paying 20,000 rent, right? And you are preparing your profit and loss account. Your building rent, you are writing to rent, building rent. How much amount you will take? How much amount? 10,000 per month, for example. In your, at the year end, you will prepare your profit and loss account. So to building rent, how much amount you will take? 10,000 or 1,20,000?
1,20,000.
We are totaling it, correct? 1,20,000. 1 lakh. So all the nominal account, what is your salary? In the sense, we won't say normally your income, total salaries you are paying. How much salaries you are paying? 10,000, 5,000 you are paying to one employee. So total year, how much salary it will become? 60,000. So we will show two salaries, 60,000. So nominal accounts are supposed to be totaled, and personal and real accounts are supposed to be balanced. For example, why it should be balanced? For example, on 1st April, 2021, okay, purchased goods from X, 1 lakh. I'm just vaguely writing, purchased goods from X on credit, correct? So how much amount we are liable to pay now on 1st April?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. So, and what I did on 5th September 2021, we have paid out of 1 lakh, we have paid 60,000 to X or whoever supplier. So, and I'm preparing 31st March. On 31st March. So how much amount I need to pay to X?
40.
40.
Do I will say 1 lakh.
No.
No.
Why? Because how much, as per my X account, how much amount I'm liable to pay?
40.
40,000. So 1 lakh minus 60,000, right? 1 lakh minus 60,000. The balance, how much I need to pay? 40,000, correct? So this is considered as in balance, right? So the rule, remember the rule, personal and real account. Here balance is showing on the credit side, right? If personal account and real account balance is showing on the debit side, then it means that those are our assets, company assets. You can check it out. If the balance of personal and real account is showing on the debit balance, then it is nothing but an assets. And same time, if the personal and real account balance is showing on the credit side, then it is considered as a liabilities. Clear? So whatever balances are there for personal and real account, that will be shown in a statement, right? All personal account debit balance, all personal and real account debit balances, what we call them? What it will be? Assets. And all personal and real account credit balances, liability. So the sheet which contains all the balances of personal and real account, that sheet is known as a balance sheet. Understood why we are calling it as a balance sheet? Because it contains the balances of personal and real accounts balances. So that's the reason we call it as a balance sheet. Is this clear? Yes, everyone.
Yes, Naveen.
Clear? And same time, why it's always equal? Why your balance assets and liabilities are always equal? In the sense, again, just give me 5 minutes, we will close this. And this is very important to understand for any accountant or any consultant. That's the reason we are trying to cover this. Okay. Why your balance sheet? Someone can ask you, like a person, a layman can ask you, correct? A layman, he knows the English meaning of asset, English meaning of liabilities, right? And at the end, you are preparing your accounts, and you done your company, as you prepared your company's balance sheet, and you are happy, you're looking at liabilities are equal to assets, or assets are equal to liabilities. And you said that I'm very happy because my balance sheet is got tallied. And a layman can ask you, how can you happy? How you are feeling happy? Because your company liabilities are equal, liabilities are equal to assets, and assets are equal to liabilities. Then why you are feeling happy? because your company is not performing well here. Correct? A layman may ask you like this, for example. So what is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind this? Why it is always equal? You know the rule, but still here, capital, is it an asset or a liability?
Liability.
Liability.
If it's an asset. See,
Yes.
if I say, see, my own amount, I'm investing in my own business. I didn't borrow from anywhere. I didn't borrow from anywhere, not from bank, not from anyone. So I'm investing in my own business.
Still, it is a liability for the business.
Why?
As the business point of view, it will be a liability, and should, at the end of the year, it should be paid to the.
Who is business here?
It is an asset, because you are having investment that for whatever you invest, you will get the return, right? So that is an asset for you. For example, if you
But in
invest,
balance sheet, I'll show it as the liability, sir, right? Capital.
For the business, it was an
Yeah, it
liability.
is
Yeah, it is
liable to the
taken
business,
from-
right?
Why?
No, no,
What
for
is
example-
business actually? What
for,
is
for
business?
example, you invested money, okay,
Mhm,
and you purchased one building,
mhm.
okay. So that is the capital you have, and you purchased building or machinery.
That
The
is an asset. That
that
is an
is
asset for
only-
whom actually?
that is
Asset for the owner.
Yes.
Asset for the owner.
So you have the money, you kept in the business, and you're getting the return. So that is an asset only. Even though ideally showing it as a liability side, but
Mhm.
it is an asset.
So you're doing, we are doing what we called some sort of wrong concept we are using, right? It is an asset, but we are showing as a liability.
No, here we are not differentiating the personal transactions. Personal transaction and business transactions are different, right?
Exactly.
That asset should be reflected in so an X person's own balance sheet, but for in the business balance sheet, it should be shown as a liability.
I'll tell you one thing.
For the time being, it will show as a liability, but ultimately it will
And
come.
we can take as business entity concept here.
Exactly. I'll tell
Yes.
you one thing.
Yeah.
Ownership and
I'll tell you.
man-
Yeah, you are right. I'll just close this. See, the most important thing, first thumb rule, whenever we are doing accounting for company, business, or anything, first thumb rule, we need to remember that, okay, we need to consider ourselves as a business. We need to consider ourselves as a business. There is a concept, as someone just now told, business entity concept. Entity
ownership and business are separate.
Okay, how it is different? Unless until there is no owner, though business, right? Correct? Okay, I'll tell you. Yes, you're right. Business. What do you mean entity here? I understood business, but what is entity here?
Organization.
Business is an organization, right? Business is also an organization. Entity is nothing but a recognition, right? As you said, business entity concept. So first thumb rule, what we need to consider, whenever we are doing accounts, we need to consider ourselves as a business. Clear? Owner is different from business, as you said, same thing. As per business entity concept, owner is different from business. And second, the thumb rule is we need to consider ourselves as business. For example, Naveen started business with whatever XYZ, cash, current assets, and whatever it is, cash 10 lakhs. So here, Naveen started business with cash 10 lakhs, for example. So here, Naveen is separate and business is separate. Clear? And we need to consider ourselves as a business, not Naveen. We need to consider ourselves as a business. And third thumb rule, the accounts, again, accounts will be prepared business point of view. not owner's point of view. Understood here? Accounts always prepare business point of view, not owner's point of view. And again, how many persons are involved in this particular transaction event?
One.
Only one person, right?
Yes.
Naveen. No, two persons. So as per accounting, the persons are nothing but, you know, the meaning of person. Clear? The persons are classified. Okay, we discussed about personal account. What do you mean by personal account? In the sense, the account which deals with persons. The account which deals with persons, that is known as a personal account. And as per personal account, the persons are classified. The persons are classified into three types. The persons are classified into three types. One is natural persons. Second one, artificial persons. And third, representative persons. Clear? So natural persons, artificial persons, and represented. As per personal account, the persons are broadly classified into three categories: natural persons, artificial persons, and representative persons. And natural persons, who are natural persons, right? All human beings who are normal, right? Who are normal and involved in economic activities. That is buying and selling or receipts and payment of cash or money's worth. All those persons are considered as natural persons. Right here, the condition: all human beings who are involved in economic activity as per the accounting law, all human beings who are natural, right, and involved in economic activities. Clear? So buying and selling, receipts and payments, right? And even though we are a human being, but we are not involved in this particular activities, then we are not considered as a natural person as per the accounting rule. Right? If you mentally retarded person, if you take, so will they perform any sort of economic activities? Will they go buy or will they sell? Will it be considered? If a mentally retarded person wants to sell one particular house, so is it considered as a valid transaction?
No.
No, right? So that particular person, even though he is a human being, but he's not involved in any economic activity, then that particular person is considered as a natural person. Now we are natural persons as per accounting because we are involved in all economic activities and receipts and payments and everywhere. So we are considered as a natural person. Like you can take Naveen, right? Naveen is a natural person. And who is an artificial person? Artificial persons are not natural persons.
Company.
Why we call it as a company, I'll tell you. No, not natural persons, but still involved in all economic activities like buying and selling or receipts and payments. Involved in all buying and selling activity. They're not natural, but still involved in buying and selling activity. Clear? All those considered as an artificial person. For example, I have paid college fees, for example. I have paid fee to a college 20,000 rupees. So what we are saying, what you did with that 20,000 in the sense, what you will say? What you
College fees.
college
Pay on
fees.
college.
I have paid the college fees. Does college is directly taking from you? Does
Yes.
college directly takes or an accountant will take?
No, accountant.
Accountant.
Okay.
But
Accountant.
are you saying that I have paid college fees to an accountant, or are you saying I have paid college fees?
I have paid college fees.
Correct. And you went to a restaurant and you had some food over there, and you will say that you are giving a feedback. The restaurant food is too good. But does the restaurant prepares the food or a chef will prepare a food?
Sure.
But are we saying the chef food is good or restaurant food is good?
Restaurant food.
So we are considering that restaurant as a person,
Yes.
right? Here we are considering college as a person,
Yes.
hospital as a person, company as a person. We can't view them. They are not natural, but still involved in economic activities. So we are recognizing them. We are recognizing them as a persons. Clear? So those persons are considered as an artificial persons. Artificial persons. And I'll take third person later. Now tell me, in this particular transaction, how many persons are involved now?
2.
Two, right? One is Naveen, another one is
Business.
business. Naveen is a natural person. And what is business? What is
Artificial.
artificial person? Business is an artificial person. So thumb rule, what I said, whenever we are doing accounts, we need to consider ourselves as a business. We need to consider ourselves as a business, right? So here we want to do operations here. We want to do operations, activities we want to do. We want to do what we call, we want to do some sort of transactions. Then, for example, if a child is there 10 years, 12 years, right? If they want to buy something, on whom they will depend?
Father or mother.
Parent, right?
Yes.
They'll depend on parent. In the same way as I am a business, correct? As I said that we need to consider ourselves as a business, and the Naveen is separate. Naveen is separate. So here business cannot generate funds on its own. Business cannot generate funds on its own because it's an artificial person, like a child. Child cannot generate his income on his own. He need to depend upon their parents. In the same way, business cannot generate funds on its own. They need to depend on two sources. They need to depend upon two sources. One is internal source. Internal source plus second is external source. Internal source and external source. Internal source is nothing but owner. Internal source is nothing but owner. External source are nothing but creditors,
Stakeholders.
banks, friends, relatives, or whoever it is. All are external sources, right? So whatever amount Naveen is giving us, right here, Naveen, and who is business? Business are nothing but we. So what owner is doing? Owner is giving how much amount to us? How much amount to us?
Here in this example.
10 lakhs, correct? So for example, one of your friend given you to pay some fees or something else. So what you will do afterwards? After a month or something else, what you have to do?
Has to pay off to.
We need to repay back, right? Do we need to repay back or not?
We will.
Yes.
We need to, something which we need to repay back, what we call?
Liability.
Liability.
Liability. Something which you can retain with you. Your parents are giving you.
Asset.
Asset,
Own.
right? So here, Naveen is giving amount to business. Naveen is giving amount to us. Then what is our primary job? At the end, we need to return back this 10 lakhs with profit or without profit or with loss. We need to return him back. So whatever amount he is giving to us, whatever amount he is investing in us, right? He is investing in us in the sense business, right? Whatever amount he is investing in us, that amount at the end we need to return back to him. And whatever amount owner invested in the business, owner is giving to the business to perform the activity, that amount we call it as a capital. And that capital as a business, what is our job? What is our job? As a business, we need to return that capital at the end to owner. So something which we need to return back to then that is considered as a liability to owner or outsider, whomever we need to return back, then that is considered as a liability. Now understood why capital is a liability? Why capital is considered as a liability? So always we prepare accounts in business point of view, not a owner point of view. Owner is something different from a business, and we need to consider ourselves as a business. So whatever amount owner is giving to us in the form of capital or whatever it is, at the end we need to return back to him. So something which we need to return back, then that is considered as a liability. Yes, no?
Yes.
Right? So here, everyone accepted Rajshekhar. Now understood why capital has been a liability, why we are not supposed to consider it as an asset.
So yes, Naveen.
Yeah.
So even as per the academics, so
Yeah.
it is showing under the liability side. The capital is showing under the liability side.
Correct.
But whatever we are investing in the business, so that will give a return in terms of profit or in terms of loss.
Yes.
So if it is giving back to us in terms of profit, then that will be asset to us. So if it is a
say here again, I'm telling you, if you are doing an accounting, then you will consider yourself as a business. Clear?
Yes.
If you are starting a company, then you need to consider yourself as a company. Owner is
Yes.
different.
Yes.
Right? So that's the reason it is considered as a liability. If we mix owner and business accounts, then you won't get a perfect result. Because you can see that if I prepare owner point of view accounts, then the capital will become an asset to him.
Yes, yes.
So that's the reason we are not supposed to mix it.
Okay.
Clear? Always accounting point of view, we never ever mix owner accounts with the business account. So that is the reason we have given a concept called owner, whatever amount he withdrawn or whatever we call it as in drawings, owner's drawings, owner's capital. Clear? That is related to owner. That's it. We never mix. We are not supposed to mix. If we mix, then we won't get result.
Okay.
Right? That's the reason it is not considered as an Ambani group of businesses. It is considered as a Reliance group of businesses. Even the owner is Ambani. Clear? Whenever it is called Ambani, what is the difference between Ambani and Ambani group of businesses? Ambani comes under a natural person and Ambani group of businesses comes under artificial. Right? So here, why your balance sheet is always equal. Now, the main agenda is why our balance sheet is always equal your assets and liabilities, in the sense, as I said that, what are the sources for the businesses? What is the source for the business?
Capital.
Capital. Plus
Source of the business.
capital plus outsider investments, correct?
Yes.
Whatever creditor, banks, we give it-
Creditors, banks.
yeah, we will call it as a liability.
Capital plus liability.
Capital plus liability or liabilities, and both we can call it as in liabilities. Right? So this is considered as a source of funds. These are nothing but source of funds. Right? And what is my capital here? For example, 1 lakh he has given. Owner has given 1 lakh and outsiders are given
1 lakh.
75,000, for example. 75,000. So what is the, now I am the business, correct? Naveen has given 1 lakh to me and outsiders are also given 75,000 I took a loan or something else, right? So total as a business, how much amount I'm having now?
1,75,000.
1,75,000. So what I can do with this 1,75,000 now? I can start my activities, buying, selling, receipt, paying, payment and all.
Yes.
Yes. So this is considered as a now source, and this will become my resource. As of now, it is my resource. Understood? So in the statement, whatever balance sheet you prepare, we have liability side. Okay. And here we call it as in, this is called liabilities. And we call it as an assets. I'm having this amount as of now. So assets. Now you see here, owner has taken back 20,000 for his personal use. 20,000 for his personal use. So what is the amount I'll have now? Owner's amount.
Owner's amount 1,25,000, right? 1,50,000.
No, he has given 1 lakh, and in that 1 lakh, he has taken 20,000 from me, from the business.
80,000.
80,000, correct? 80,000. Plus the 75,000 as it is, I'll have. So what is the total amount I have now? I'm having
1,55,000.
1,55,000, right? And same time, outsiders has given another 1,25,000. Outsiders are given another 1,25,000. Right? What is the amount I'll have now? What is the amount I'll have?
80,000. 2 lakhs.
80,000 plus 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. So what is the amount I'll have now? What is the resource? What is the total amount?
2,80,000.
2 lakhs. So do you understood one thing? Here my source decreases. And what is happening here? Resource decreasing. My source increases. And what is my resource? Earlier it was 75. Now it is 2 lakhs. So total 2,80,000. So here it is
Directly
resource,
proportional.
right? So here source decreases, resource decreases. Source increases, resource increases. What does it mean? So your resource always depends upon your source, right? So that with that particular rule, your liability, see here, 2,80,000 liability side and 2,80,000 your asset side, right? Liability side is nothing but your source, and this is nothing but your application resources. So that's the reason your balance sheet always equal. Because why it is equal? Because of business entity concept. Business is an artificial person, so it need to depend upon sources. So whatever amount it will get from sources, it has to repay back completely to their sources. But when it comes to personal, if you take your personal accounting, so you need not to whatever amount you are getting as a whatever amount you are getting, right, as a loan or something, then that is considered as a liability, and you have invested in something and you got some profit in that. So you will keep your profit and you will pay that liability to from wherever you bought it. Then the account will be something different. Understood why your balance sheet is always equal? Liabilities are nothing but your sources and assets are nothing but your resources. So because of the rule, source is equals to resource, that is the reason it will become accounting equation we call normally. Capital plus liability is equals to assets. Any questions here? Yes, no. Okay. So why I just came up with this in the sense, we will see in depth. I know.
Naveen, I
Yes.
pinged you something in the Zoom conversations. Can you please check?
20K used for personal use, then that person is liable to company. No, he may, or he has taken from the business, not in the form of loan. He has taken for his personal use. Not only 20K cash, he may took goods from the business, 20K worth goods from his investment. Clear?
That should be reflected in the book of accounts, right?
Yes, we will deduct the drawings from capital, right? In balance
Yes,
sheet.
yes.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
So everyone, any questions before we proceed?
No question.
No,
So
right?
why nominal accounts are transferred to trading and profit and loss?
Because trading and profit and account follows a nominal account rule. Balance sheet follows personal and real account rule. Clear?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I have one question you asked, right? Profit and loss account. So in profit and loss account, what you will get at the end?
Profit or loss?
Net profit, or
Net loss.
you will get either both you will get or only one you will get.
Only one.
Either one.
Sometimes no profit, no loss.
No, I'm asking either profit or loss you will get, right?
Yes.
In the profit and loss account, whenever we prepare a profit and loss account, then we will get either profit or loss. Do we get both at a time?
No.
No, right? Then why we are calling that statement as a profit and loss account? Why can't we call it as a profit or loss account? Because we are getting only one. Why we can't call it as a profit or loss account? Why we are calling it as a profit and loss account? Got my question? You will get only one, either profit, either loss. But why you are calling that statement as a profit and loss account?
So, because with the combination of profit and loss, so we will get one. Because of it, it is showing us.
That's the reason I said what I said. Yes, you are perfect, sir. What I said, that's the reason nominal accounts are supposed to be, nominal accounts, ledger nominal accounts are supposed to be total, and that will be transferred to your trading profit and loss accounts, right? Your profit and loss. One side you will take expenses, debit side, and one side you will take incomes or profits. You will compare both. If your income and profits are excess than your expenses and losses, then that will become your profit. Clear? And same time, if your expenses and losses are exceeded than your incomes and profits, then that is considered as a loss. So that's the reason that's the reason I clearly mentioned nominal accounts are supposed to be totaled throughout the year, ledger accounts. Clear? Okay. So we will come to our modules now. Why FI we will prepare financial accounting? You know that now finance, you know that finance is nothing but a financial accounting. Finance is nothing but a financial accounting. Clear? Why we do financial accounting in that sense? As you know that now, we will prepare different reports like trading, profit and loss account, balance sheet, etc. So normally these reports are required for internal and external reporting. Clear? Internal and external reporting. So means whatever statements we are going to prepare in financial accounting, like your trading account, right? Profit and loss account, balance sheet. With the profit and loss account, we will come to know what is our profit or loss. By preparation of balance sheet, we'll come to know our position of a business. Clear? So in this particular reporting, internal and external reporting means it requires for these reports are required for management. These reports are required for employees. These reports are required for owners. Clear? And same time external, right? These reports are required for your banks. These reports are required for your creditors. These reports are required for your customers. These reports are required for legal departments like tax department. And especially if I want to prepare financial accounting, what happens? What happens?
No source of fund.
No, I'm not asking. Okay, I'm doing business, right? Everything I'm recording in my brain or of some rough notebook, right? Why I need to prepare this accounting now?
we don't know where we are. And first thing,
I know. For example, I'm doing my business. I know my brain is super fast. I know my accounting.
but
Where-
there are, for example, for a company, there are 1,000 clients, like 1,000 vendors, something else. So you can't remember all these 1,000 members to whom we have to
I'm
pay
roughly
to.
preparing. I'm wherever it's important, I'm taking that, and whatever remember I can remember, I'm just remembering it. But what is the need to prepare? Why I need to invest on accountants and all those stuff? When I'm
Because
having,
we have the accurate book of accounts. That
There
is
is a corporate governance.
yes, main thing is why we need to prepare as per Companies Act 1956 or 2013. As per Companies Act 1956 or 2013, whatever companies or businesses or societies who are registered, mandatory legal requirement, that is a legal requirement to prepare accounts. Legal requirement first, mandatory. Each and every transaction has to be recorded. First is you can remember your memory, that's okay, we accept it. But where is the legal requirement you are fulfilling? Understood? The mandatory thing, that is legal requirement for tax purposes. Each and how much you are paying, how much you are receiving, what is your profit, what are the goods you are producing. Everything we have to provide the report to legal departments, legal authorities. So that is the reason it's a mandatory to prepare accounting. Clear? Normal bandi who prepares that daily tiffins or something, they won't prepare, right? They need not, they can remember it. Will they prepare accounting and all those stuff?
petty cash book. I mean,
They
petty
will
cash.
just normally look, and that is not required. They need not to pay any taxes or something else, so they won't prepare. But whoever are registered, in case if the same bandi is registered as per the Restaurant Act, then definitely they have to provide a bill, they have to bill it, and everything they have to do it. Clear? So especially this, whatever financial accounting or any accounting we prepare, accountability, that is our accountability to produce the reports to legal authorities on time. So everything has to be recorded. Everything will be recorded in those books of accounts. So here, who are internal in the sense management, complete management is considered as an why internal people wants to know our business, because they want to see what is the profit made this year and what is my business position, right? And same time, why external people, banks will involve in our reports, because whenever you want to go to a loan or something expansion, right? So if you don't have any reporting, any documentation, and you are asking for a 10 lakhs loan, well, the bank will provide the loan. You don't have any documentation, don't have any accounting of your business. Will they? Will bank provide a loan?
No.
No, right? So we need to submit, we can show that our last 5 years, our profit and loss account statements are this, and our balance sheet as this, which is authorized by the government. You can check it. So the bank auditor will be checks. Clear? Bank, right? Bank auditor will check all our reports. If you feel that there is a cash management team will be there, right? Credit risk team will be there. They will check all the accounting part and they will release the loan. So bank is an external party, customer is an external, vendor is an external. Clear? All those, for all those purpose and all the stakeholders. I'm using the term called stakeholder. Who is a stakeholder? Who is a stakeholder? Shareholder is something different from a stakeholder.
Debenture holders,
Sorry?
shareholders,
Shareholder.
creditors.
I'm asking, what do you mean by term stakeholder? What is the term stakeholder? Stakeholder is nothing but a directly or indirectly related to the business. Clear? Directly or indirectly, whatever you said, directly or indirectly. Management, owner, right? Director, chairman, bank. Banks are indirectly related because they have given a loans to you. Customer are indirectly related to you. They are purchasing you. Vendor is indirectly dependent on the business, related to the business, because they will sell the goods on credit to us. So they all consider as in stakeholders. who are directly or indirectly related to the business. Is it clear? So that for that particular purpose, we prepare financial accounting. Yes, no? And next, when it comes to CO module, controlling module. CO is nothing but controlling module. Clear, everyone? What do you mean by controlling module? What is controlling module?
Like cost cutting.
What exactly?
Is related to cost center accounting, profit center accounting. So how much?
I don't want to go in depth now. Controlling module. What a controlling module in the sense? Whatever reporting we are going to prepare in controlling model, CO model, that is exclusively for internal purpose. We are not going to show cause to external people. It's completely internal purpose. Whatever reports we are going to prepare, clear? CO module, in CO module, that is only exclusively internal purpose only. Clear? So you can call it as an internal reporting system. This is a tool. FI is one tool in SAP, CO is one tool. Clear? Any questions on this?
So it is complete, CO is completely based on cost accounting.
Cost accounting, cost and management accounting, budgeting.
So it is like ICWA.
CWA people will involve mostly. Right? We can call it as an internal reporting system or internal reporting tool. Okay, so here, right, in financial accounting, see here, in financial accounting, we are going to discuss about income, expense, assets, sorry, liabilities, and assets we are going to discuss. But when it comes to controlling module, we are not going to discuss about liabilities and assets. We are going to discuss only about incomes and expenses. Incomes and expenses. Right? We don't deal with assets and liabilities and assets in controlling. Clear? It's purely about income. We call expense as an cost and income we call it as a revenue in CO module. Right? So with this report, we will come to know what is our profitability. Right? What is our profitability? The difference between your expense minus income, income minus expense, that is your profitability. Every management wants their main ultimate motive is reduce the cost and increase the profit. Clear? Improve the revenues. Right? Controlling talks only about your profitability. It will talk about product related cost, manufacturing cost, additional expenses. Right? It will discuss about COGS. Yes, sir.
Can you write there on the Word document, increasing the revenues and decreasing the cost?
Yes, it is nothing but what is the every management motive? What is that? What management wants at the end? Okay, decrease in cost. Decrease in cost. Every management motive would be decrease in cost and increase in revenue. Increase in revenue. So that they can increase their profitability. They can increase their profitability. Clear, everyone? Right here, we will discuss something about manufacturing cost. Right, like a production cost, overhead cost. Right, additional costs.
Standard cost,
Yeah,
marginal
standard cost, marginal cost, whatever it is. We are going to discuss complete cost. Right. And again, I'm reiterating, we are going to discuss everything here. Everything, every cost element we are going to discuss. I won't tell you that how to create a cost element. No, what you need to understand what exactly overheads, right? We are going to do few examples on overhead, marginal cost, cost sheet, job sheet, everything we are going to do manually here. Clear? So we are going to discuss in depth in controlling module. Next, module. Material management, materials management. Clear? So here material management is nothing but the procurement process. It studies about procurement process. Procurement in the sense how to procure a raw material, how to procure a traded goods, how to procure a service, how to procure an asset. Okay, so everything it will discuss in materials management. And again, we are going to integrate, we are going to discuss module also, not only FI module, CO module, we are going to discuss additionally module also, the procurement process, purchase order creation, integration with FI and Clear? Next one, QM module. QM module is nothing but quality management. Right? Whenever we are purchasing a raw material, first we need to check the quality of raw material, right? So different tests will be done. Different tests will be done. And same time when we produce a product, whenever we are producing a product, right? After production, we will do some sort of testing. Clear? Some sort of testing. So before delivering the goods to customer, we will do all sort of testings, whether it need to be released with perfect good to the customer. So then that is called a quality management. Clear? Right? Because this is the ultimate. If it is quality is not good, then what happens? Quality is not good, then the bad propaganda will enter into the market. Right? If product is not good, then what we will do? Right? We will reproduce the product. Okay, next one. Plant maintenance. There is one more module. Right? Plant maintenance in the sense, this is one more module. We call it as in consumable stores. Do you remember consumable? Do you know what do you mean by consumable stores?
The which one we can consume.
No, it's consumable stores in the sense every plant will have some sort of machineries. Clear? So for to cleaning a machinery or to maintain a good condition of machinery, we need some sort of grease, oil, right? Cotton, waste cloths, right? And all those stuff is considered as in consumable stores, right? So we have number of plants. So what is our ultimate motto in the sense? We need to maintain all the plants in a perfect condition. In a perfect condition. And here we are going to compare our cost, plant cost, maintenance cost, repair cost. Clear? So all the cost will be calculated and plant and maintenance module. Means only it is related to a factory level. If you can take it as a factory level, then we will have a separate module called plant maintenance module. It is what you call tightly integrated with CO module.
Naveen, is that related to something like perishable goods?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and we are going to see this particular module also, plant maintenance module also, because we are going to integrate this PM module with CO module, controlling module. Clear? Repair, like plant maintenance, right? Right. Next one. Right. Any questions on plant maintenance? So everything in plant maintenance, everything will be tracked. Like cost related to repairs, cost related to replacement of the asset or some product. Next one, PP module, important module, production planning module. Again, this production and planning module also tightly integrated with CO module. We are going to discuss that. Right? We are going to see this product cost planning. So means product means if you want to produce a product, right? So first of all, you need to estimate how much I'm going to spend, right? That is called product cost planning. And we will start producing that particular product, and that is called actuals. So at the end, we will compare our actuals with our planning, product cost planning, right? We will get a variance. Sometimes whatever you are planning will be more than your actuals. Sometimes your actuals will be more, means already you have invested this much, but your planning, it is showing less. So that variances we are going to discuss in depth in production planning module. What is your plan for the production and what was actually we have spent, right? The variances we are going to discuss. So this particular module is tightly integrated with controlling module. This plant maintenance module, production and planning module is tightly integrated with CO module, controlling module. So we are going to discuss about each and every variance. What do you mean by variances? What are the different types of variances and how it's going to be effect in CO module? Clear? Raw material cost, each product, overhead cost, everything we will discuss in product cost management. Clear? Any questions? And here, SD is nothing but sales and distribution. So here we are calling it as an, what we will see in production and planning. As I said, that production planning and actual. So why the differences occurs? There may be raw material price. See here at the time of your planning, the price was something different. And when you went and when you are purchasing that raw material, the price may be different. And same time you have kept transport cost as in something carriage. And when you went and when you want to get the raw material to your place, then the transport cost may increases. So there would be a lot of reasons why there is a difference between planning and actuals that we are going to discuss. Clear? So we are going to do a lot of variance analysis. So in this product costing, we call it as a product costing. So here sales and distribution model. What is sales and distribution model? So here we are going to deal with, this particular module is going to deal with customers, right? This is going to deal with customers, right? What are the sales we have done, right? So here, sorry,
password.
Someone. Okay, sales and distribution module and PS module. There is one more, and again we are going to deal with sales and distribution module, right? This is nothing but it is integrated with your again FI module. Sales and distribution module will be integrated with your FI module. Clear? So here we have a concept called AR, accounts receivable. So all the sales and distribution we are going to integrate with AR module. Okay, next one, PS. Project systems. Okay, project system module. Next one, we have one more module, HR. Okay, human resources. We call it as an HRM module now, human resources. Okay, LE is nothing but. So these are the important modules. Logistics execution. Logistics execution. And we have one more module called CS module. Customer support module. Customer support module. Clear? These are the different modules we have. So important modules, I can say that there are 36 different modules are there, but in general, we are going to see this model. So we are going to discuss FI, CO, MM, PM, PP, SD. Clear? And sometimes project system module also we are going to discuss in asset accounting. So just write it down this.
So I think have you saved this document, Naveen?
Sorry?
Did you save this document?
Yeah, I'm saving this document.
Okay, and you will
Yeah,
be
no
saving
problem.
this document, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no need to write.
But still, if it is there in your notes, then it's well and good. It's always preferred. It's always preferred. It's your will and wish. It's not a classroom like a school or college. It's your will and your wish. If you want to maintain a note, it's well. But my advice, my experience, my advice, always a note. Because your understanding you will put here. My understanding I'll explain, but over there you will write on your understandings. Okay. Yeah. Next one, technical modules. We have, as I said, that these are the functional modules and technical modules. First technical module, we have ABAP. Right. ABAP is a technical module of SAP. Right. Advanced Business Application Programming Language. It's an advanced business application programming language. And one more technical module we have, basis. It's a basic application software integrated solution. Clear? And we have one more, BW or BI, business intelligence or business warehouse. Or you can just start on business warehouse. So these are the technical modules. Clear? So these are the technical modules. But what is the technical modules requirement? What is a technical module? Requirement to us, ABAP or whatever it is. So what is our cup of tea is, we ourselves consider as an functional consultants. All technical, okay, all the modules specialists, we call it as an consultants here, software engineers, whoever we call here, our cup of tea is here. We are considered as an functional consultants. Our main job, this particular course aim is to see ourselves before completion of this particular course. We need to pitch in or change in to functional consultants. This is our, and these people are considered as some technical consultants. Functional consultants and technical consultants. Clear? In real time and software environment, they will call it as software engineers. Here we will consider in a SAP environment, we will consider ourselves as a consultant, senior consultant, associate consultant, lead consultant, project consultant. Clear? So different designations will be there, but it is equal to the same. Associate software engineer, senior software engineer, project software engineer, lead software engineer. So whatever designations over there we see, the same thing, it will be there in functional kind of thing. Clear? So here our job is not an end user job, not a technical. We need to see ourselves as a functional consultants. Okay. So here we will see what is technical. We have seen this functional consultants. Okay. So here ABAP, if I take ABAP, so ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Program. Okay. 1 second. It's Advanced Business Application Programming. And this is derived from first generation language, this particular program. So SAP has developed in this particular language only. Clear? SAP has completely backend programming will be written in ABAP language. Clear? ABAP language, that is nothing but advanced business. And
it's something like, sorry, it's something like JavaScripts.
No, it's a kind of coding will be there, same.
Like scripts, SQL.
Yes. Yeah, it's SQL contains the tables, and here it advanced business of they have their own technical names. With that, they build up this particular language because it is derived from a first generation language. First generation language. First generation language, COBOL, which is nothing but common business oriented language. Earlier, IBM used to write their programs in this COBOL language. This is considered as a first generation, like Fortran, right? Like that, common business oriented language. This is. So from there, this particular program, there was an year 2000 issue was there, Y2K problem. Earlier, probably whether you know it or not, whatever business machines are using, they have faced Y2K problem, year 2000 problem. Means whatever programming common business oriented language, whatever machines it was using COBOL language, they have an issue with it. Ends with the programming date ends with 19090999. After that, there was no date for this business machine programming language. So they even not able to modify that particular programming language. So that's the reason this this particular language has been collapsed. Clear? And SAP came up with one particular language called with the same features, simple. This is very simple, common business oriented language. It's not tough like your Java or whatever other programming languages. It is simple, but it need to follow some specific rules, right? In the same way, SAP came up with one programming language called Advanced Business Application Programming, which is almost all features would be similar like your COBOL. Clear? So here, what they have done, they have, this is nothing but backend program. This is nothing but SAP backend programming. SAP backend programming. Clear, everyone? Any questions before we proceed to the next?
No.
So the technical modules are broadly divided into 3 types. One is ABAP, another one is BASIS, another one is BWBI. So here, SAP, see here, SAP one second, the mouse got stuck. So what is the need of ABAP module? What is the need of this programming? See, SAP delivers standard business processes. Okay. SAP delivers standard business processes. Okay. What is the functional module? For example, we can design with the functional modules, what we can do, we can design the need of business process. Clear? So whatever SAP standard provided functional modules are there, we can directly configure with SAP standard business to client business requirement. But then when SAP is providing everything, then what is the need of this ABAP? Okay, backend it is written, right? Every project, there will be 3 different consultants will be involved. One is ABAP consultant, basis consultant, and functional consultants, right? As we are seeing that functional consultants, functional module, what do you mean functional module? All SAP standard business processes will be there in functional modules. So directly as a functional consultant, what we can do, we can take the need of client and we can directly implement the SAP standard business processes to client business process. Clear? Then what is the need of ABAP? In the sense, we need it. SAP delivers standard business processes, correct?
Yes, if any changes or any modifications as per the.
In some cases, we need some modifications.
Yes.
We need some modifications. So for example, SAP provided some sales invoice format. SAP delivered standard sales invoice format. It is standard. Okay, sales invoice format or purchase invoice format, SAP has provided standard. But here, customer want something different, separate format. He want his own format. He want his own logo. He want a footer, separate footer. He wants separate body content. Clear? He wants separate borders. So whatever requirement customer wants, that is not there in SAP standard invoice format. Understood? So whatever standard SAP is not providing, so that modifications, if you want any modifications, then what we will do as a functional consultant, we will collect the requirements of client, okay, and we will prepare the documentation and we will give that documentation to ABAP consultant, and we will explain them that the customer SAP standard is providing these things and client is requesting these things. So they need to do some sort of modification. Then the ABAPer will involve and they will write a program according to the requirement of client. Clear? So that is called development. What is called? That is called development. Understood? What is the need of an ABAPer?
Got it.
Right? Wherever we need a customization, then we require ABAPer. Right? Again, last week I informed what we call configuration and customization. Configuration is nothing but whatever SAP standard provided business process is there. If we are directly designing to client business process, then that is considered as a configuration. No modification, nothing. Clear? But If according to client requirement is something different, which is not there in SAP standard, then we will take the requirement and we will customize. Okay, we will modify the SAP standard to as per the customer requirement. Clear? Then we will take a help of ABAPer, and whatever design ABAPer will develop, that is called customization. So two things are important: configuration and customization. Configuration, as it is business process, SAP standard business process, we will lift and we will shift to client business process. We will configure, we will map it. That is called configuration. And wherever standard business process is not able to fulfill the client requirement, then we will take the requirements and that will be developed by the ABAPer and that will be mapped to customer. That is called customization. Clear, everyone? Configuration and customization. Right? The customization or development. Okay.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
So I have one look. So since we are creating
Sorry?
or
Sorry?
yeah, I have one doubt. So since for example we are doing the configuration or creating the company code,
Right.
okay, will there be any chance going forward that will be automated and this process? I mean, some of the
No,
standards.
consulting part, it will not be get an automated, right? We won't consulting level automation will not be there. End user level automation will be there.
Because creation of the company code, the steps will be same. So
yes.
So there may be a chance of doing the automation like for
Who has
every.
to do that? Who has to do that?
So
Consultant only, right? So that is the reason we have ECC to S4. Understood? Even though you are creating a company code, probably the things would be probably automation is not possible at a consulting level. Not possible in the sense, for example, even though it is automation take place, there would be a high demand for consultant. As you're saying that company code creation will be the same step for anywhere.
yes.
Correct. But sometimes the company code, same thing again, I'm telling you, whenever you are creating a company code, there are few different things will be. Company code, probably one company may have one company code, one company may have number of company codes. Understood?
You mean, so yeah, one company has one company code, and yeah, one company code will have n number of
company codes. Correct.
Okay, so for n number of company code, if we write the script at the backend from the above technical side, so we can create the company code at a time, multiple company codes.
See, consultant role will not be restricted only at company code level or a company level. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it is good, right? If it is something automated, then it is good for consultant only. Because the other, for example, if you are creating a company code, business area you need to create, right? Next one, credit control area we need to create for a client. Next, we need to create for fiscal year variant. We need to create for some XYZ. So all the steps will not be configured. And same time, we need to map accurately to your client.
Okay, so the requirement will change sometime. Even though creation standard procedure will be there, there are some loops where the client requires some of the customization.
Exactly.
Okay. So this will not be so going forward, as you also mentioned earlier. So just wanted to check with you. So going forward also there will not be any automation implemented on the SAP level, especially on the function level.
I'll tell you one thing. Any last session also I've repeated, any automation takes place, then that would be a problem for end user level.
Okay.
Client means the client employees will get affected, but not consultants. Okay. If some automations are taking place, it means that we are getting our foot more and more. That I can tell you.
Okay.
Clear? So as long as the things are getting automated, in the sense we are working backend, we need to work that automation part. No other persons. As consultant, it's our job to automate the things. Clear? So that's the reason our cream will not be get down at any point of time.
So that means if that is going to be enabled, So at certain point of time, we need to learn some of the automation things also.
No, no, automatically wherever you are working, wherever, see, right now I'm working for an organization, clear? So there is a tool called Tosca. The majority people knows about it, Tosca, because I was not aware of Tosca regarding it's a completely automation thing. So now what they're doing, it's an automated tool, which is came into the picture, came into the system. So they are giving me training on that. So you need not to learn any outside or something else. Your organization provides, you need not to spend a single, once you join in this IT sector, again, I'm reiterating, once you joined an IT sector, you need not to spend a single NP to learn in your way of working. You need not to spend everything your organization will provide. You need to spend only the time, that's it. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. So what above consultant will do? Okay. So what consultant will do? Consultant will do the development and development. So in SAP terminology, we won't call it as a development. They'll call, right? We call it as an price or I'll give you this price of view or rise. Price of view. This is, again, I'm reiterating, any interview, you will get this particular question. What do you mean by rice? Rice, RICFE. So IBM, they'll call it as an rice of you, and other companies, they call it as an price, right? So don't get confused, both are same. So what is here? R stands for, or we can start with F. F stands for forms. Okay. R stands for reports, right? C, conversions, sorry, I, interfaces. C stands for, okay, C stands for conversions, right? E stands for enhancements, and workflows. So this is very, very important. Again, I'm reiterating, if you are going for any consulting interview, right, then definitely you're going to get a question on, even though you're going for functional consultant, then you're going to get RISEF. Some companies, they'll call it as an RISEF, and some companies, they'll call it as an price. So F stands for forms, R stands for reports, I stands for interfaces, C stands for conversions, and E stands for enhancements, and W stands for workflows. Means what is in SAP, where are the possibilities are there to make the development, to customize, in the sense, these areas, these are the areas. Possibility to get the customization. Is this clear, everyone? Right? We are going to discuss about these things in tomorrow's session. Right? Any questions still here? So just write it down, and tomorrow I'll give you what are the possibilities where we can get the development part, what a Vapor will do. But put a star mark for this. It's a 100% guaranteed interview question. What do you mean enhancement, conversions, interfaces, forms? So
how the question will be? How the question will be?
So just explain RISEF. They'll ask you, just explain the RISEF. So either you can say that RISEF is nothing but R stands for reports, right? I stands for interfaces, C stands for conversion, E stands for enhancement, W stands for workflows. So they may ask you, what do you mean by forms? Means just now I told you, right? In SAP, for example, SAP standard provided form is nothing but one invoice in standard format, correct? But customer want in a different format, that invoice to be looked in a different format, right? Whatever standard provided, he don't want that, and he need to modify that. He needs some logo, right? He needs some content, he needs some different body, he needs some margins, like that. So that changes we can do. That is called forms and reports, right? Whatever, as I said, that SAP provides total 2000 different standard reports, but customer doesn't want those reports. Customer want that reports, but additionally they need some other reports. Their requirement reports. So those reports can be developed by this particular program. So any report which is customized report, you check it or not, customized report will start with Z and Y. Z and Y. For example, any transaction which starts with Z or Z, whatever you call, right? Then that is nothing but, that's not a SAP standard transaction code. For example, F110 payments, right? That is SAP standard. Okay. And ZF110, there is a transaction code ZF110, ZF110. Then that is nothing but customized transaction code as per the requirement of client. Clear? So whatever reports which starts with Z, whatever forms starts with Z, whatever transaction starts with Z, right? Whatever workflow starts with Z or Y, then that is nothing but customized reports or customized transactions, customized workflows, customized forms, right? Other than Z and Y, all are SAP standard. All are SAP standard. Clear? So again, why with Y and Z in the sense, for example, I'm having 4 different company codes in my organization, 4 different company codes. Clear? For example, same, if I take Reliance Group of Industries. In Reliance Group of Industries, there is Reliance Fresh, Reliance Digital, and some others. So here, some modifications are required only for Reliance Fresh, not required for Reliance Digital, nor Reliance some other. Okay, then only one company code need a customization. Then the transactions or reports or forms will start with Y, only one particular company code or one particular country, one particular state, one particular way. Then that is the transaction starts with Y. Not only transaction, forms, or whatever it is, right? If we want globally, means I want Reliance Group of companies, I want customized transaction like ZF110. I want my report, whatever payment parameters and everything need to be developed globally. Then it will start with Z transaction. Z is nothing but globally, and Y is nothing but requirement, as per the requirement of one particular unit. Is this clear? So anything which starts with, if you see anything which starts with Z or Y, then you need to just recognize that as a customized, and which is not Z or Y, then everything is a standard. Okay, so we will see in depth tomorrow session what is RISEF or FRICE. Yes, any questions from anyone? Because initially I'll take another 2 weeks, I'll take 2 hours time, and after that it will be get extended. Is it fine for everyone?
Yes, it's fine.
Yes. No.
So
Yeah.
how many hours it will get extended? I mean,
Sorry, another half an hour till 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? Yes, no.
No.
Okay. Then we'll catch up tomorrow session at 2:30. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Naveen.
Thank you.
You
Thank
will
you.
be sharing, this
Yeah, definitely I'll share it.
through WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll share it in WhatsApp. Thank you.